everybody, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Mel. So today is a super special video. I'm doing a collab with a bunch of my friends here on YouTube. So Kimberly from Pretty Over 50 reached out to a bunch of us mature channels and asked if we wanted to do a spring collab with her. So that was going to be so much fun to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go through each person that is on the collab with me. This might be a little bit of a longer intro, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows who's on the collab and that you go and check them out after watching this video, of course. Go and check out the channels. All of their links to their videos will be listed down in my description box. So first off is Kimberly from Pretty Over 50. Kimberly and I have collabed on, I think, most collabs I've done with Kimberly. I think maybe with the exception of one, I think pretty much her and I have been in every collab together. And what's so much fun about connecting is because Kimberly, she's actually in her 60s. I'm in my 50s. I just turned 52. It's just so much fun because we kind of have similar tastes because she does drugstore, but she also likes, a few higher end products. And I'm kind of like that way too. I like doing, like higher end and also drugstore. Drugstore is my love. First off, so we always have that in common, and we actually just did a collab not too long ago, her and I, so that was super fun to do, and picked a bunch of products for each other. So I've done collabs with most of these ladies. I'm going to say we're all in the mature category. Next is Tamra from Tamra's Timeless Beauty, and I've never collabed with Tamra before, but I've been watching her for quite some time now. A lot of like skincare videos. She does makeup videos, hair videos, products like what types of devices to use on your face. She's also in her 60s, so I always look up to them for what products they're using and what looks well. That's the nice thing about all of these channels, is because we're always trying makeup for mature skin, because our mature skin just is different. I'm sorry, once you start getting kind of into your 40s, late 40s, 50s, your skin just is different. It's like for me personally, it's way drier. I've got more fine lines everywhere. Product, makeup settles into my creases much more than it used to. So that's why I always look to these ladies for what products they're using. Next is Melissa from Mrs. Melissa M Beauty. And again, I've watched Melissa for quite some time now, and I haven't collabed with her before, but she does a lot of drugstore, which I absolutely love because I am a drugstore person. So it's always fun to watch what videos what products she's using, and what brand she likes to use. And she also does like tips and tricks, techniques, that sort of thing for mature skin. And she'll always give you her honest opinion. So I love watching her for that. She's so honest. So I love that. Next is Lisa Monique from Lisa Monique Beauty. And Lisa and I have collabed. Actually, we've been on several collabs together. Lisa does a lot. Well, at one time I know she was doing more higher end makeup, and then she has dabbled a little bit in doing a little bit of drugstore. She does like haul videos. She does like get ready with me's. So next we have Bobby from Mindful Midlife. And I thought that was such a cute channel name. She changed it just a little while ago. She changed her channel name. So I thought that was such a perfect name for a mature channel. Bobby does some makeup videos. So she's done some hair videos. She takes you along a weight loss journey that she's had. Just sits down and does like some chatting videos, which is always nice. There was one not too long ago where she asked everybody to send out a shout out to her mom, and so there were so many people in the comments that were saying hi to her mom, and her mom was just so appreciative. She just was totally blown away that everybody was saying hi to her, so it was very, very cute. So next up I have Kathy from Kathy's Easy Beauty, and Kathy is actually a fellow Canadian, so she lives back east. And her and I have been on collabs as well together. Kathy does, she'll like do get ready with me's. She does reviews. I know that there was one not too long ago where she was testing out the Cosmetics Your Skin But Better foundation, and she just couldn't have it work for her. She just does not like the product. It just does not work for her. She tried it a few times, and so that was I said that was such a shame because I love that product. But again, everything works on people's skin differently, right? So, but yeah, Kathy does also some clothing videos, and also just like favorite videos, like what her favorites were for the month and that sort of things. And last but not least is Kat from Cat's Eye Beauty. And again, Kat and I have been on several collabs together. And Kat is one of the people that I go to for a new release for mature skin. She is always doing new releases, which I absolutely love because her and I have very similar skin. So when Kat says that it's a good product, it works really well for her, I definitely want to try it out. And she also does a mix of like drugstore, luxury, that sort of thing. Not so much luxury, like high-end kind of products. And it's fortunate because she lives in the States, so she can get all these new products. So by the time, if Kat's tried it, then I know, okay, by the time it gets finally here to Canada, which is usually, can be several weeks later, sometimes longer than that. But I know that I have a trusted source that I can go to of whether the product has worked on mature skin. So those are all the fabulous ladies that I'm going to be doing this collab with about our spring makeup favorites. And like I said to you before, what's nice is that you can get all of us, all of our channels, all of us mature ladies. We may have different things going on with our skin, so some products may work for us, some may not work for us. And for the most part, I think most of us are kind of the same age. I think Melissa, I think her and I are about the same, like the exact same age. I think we're both 52. So I hope you make sure to please go and check them all out. Like I said before, I'll have all of their videos linked below. Make sure to tell them that Mel sent you. And if you happen to be coming from one of the other channels, I just want to say hi. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I hope you consider subscribing to my channel if you're interested in skincare, makeup. Sometimes I do a few clothing videos here and there and clothing items, that sort of thing, all geared towards the mature person. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'll let you know that I already did a bunch of prep work off camera, and I'll just quickly show you what I used. So I did my eyebrows, and I used my L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer, and I have this one in the shade Brunette. Not my favorite shade. I think I could probably go maybe just a little bit darker, but I want to try and use it up before I buy the next shade. So using that on my brows. I did my eyelids with a primer as well, so it's the Milani Eyeshadow Primer. Loving this one. This is such a great find that I saw a bunch of my other friends using that one, so I really enjoy that one. Then I went in with my Revlon, the Prime Plus Brightening and Skin Tone Evening Primer. This is one of my favorites from the drugstore for primers. It really does even out my skin tone, and it gives me like a brighter appearance. And with the foundation I'm going to be using today, I just kind of want it to give, like, make the radiance kind of pop a little bit. So I really enjoy this primer, and it also has a really pleasant, like a citrus scent. So I really enjoy this one. This is one of my favorite primers. Under my eyes, I used the new Fenty Skin, the Flash Nap. So I really enjoy this one because I've been using it for a couple weeks now. And why I like it is because it's an eye cream, but it's also has like a primer infused into the eye cream. So it kind of saves a step, because I usually normally put primer underneath my eyes anyhow. So I'm really enjoying this one. And then I just kind of put a little bit of lip plumper on my lips. So it's the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. And I don't know, is it doing anything? Who knows, but I like to think it does. So that just kind of saved me some steps, and then we can jump more into the actual products. I'm wearing, you know, my favorite sweater. I love this sweater, but it's a pain when I do makeup tutorials because of the bell sleeves on it. So not the most practical. So we're just going to put those back and get them out of my way. And then I tried to make it a little bit springy with my background behind me here and my nails. Tried to make it, you know, kind of those, spring to me kind of is pastel colors. I don't know what spring colors that you guys think of when you think of spring, but I think of those type of colors like pastels and that sort of thing. So what we're going to first go in with is foundation. I'll do my foundation and stuff like that first, because the eyeshadow palette I'm using today I know doesn't have a lot of fallout. I've used it before. And so we'll just do our face first. So this is my first product that when Kimberly asked about spring favorites for what are our makeup favorites, this is one that I like. It's the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I have this one in the shade Cream Beige 25. I chose this one for spring, like spring, summer coming up, because I like more foundations in this time of year where it's not going to feel heavy on my face and it's not going to look cakey. This one gives me beautiful, beautiful radiance on the skin. Doesn't really settle into my fine lines. I mean, I always will have some settling kind of in my smile lines, but this one doesn't do it as much as some of my other ones. And this one just is, it is more specially designed. That's what the Age Perfect is. It's more specially designed for mature skin. If you're like me, I have very dry skin. So I like all of those ones that kind of give me that glowy, that radiance. And this one delivers on all of that. And it has a concentrated serum with antioxidants in it. So I've had this on my channel several times. It is a light to medium coverage foundation. And with this one, I do prefer to use a brush to apply it. Normally with foundations I use a sponge, but with this one in particular, because it is very light, I compare it to almost like a BB cream, but you can build it up. So I do enjoy this one for this time of year. So I'm going to start with about that much first and get my hair out of the way here. And I can't believe when I'm filming this, it is already April 2nd. This is just, can't believe how fast this year is going. I don't know about you guys. Let's see how it's just giving me that, like already, that really nice radiance on my skin. Like I said, my natural skin will always poke through. It is a more light coverage foundation, but it's one of those foundations you can just kind of throw on if you're running out the door, and it's not going to ever look streaky. But see how it's just giving me a really hydrated look, really radiant look. So it does exactly what it claims. It gives you a very radiant look. And then I just take a sponge and I just kind of dab along any areas to make sure everything is blended in. So we're going to go in next with concealer. This is not one of the favorites. It is a favorite, but it's not included in the spring. But this is just my Elizabeth Arden, the Ceramide Lift and Firm Concealer. I've been loving this one. I've had it on my channel so many times. So that's why I said I'll just quickly throw it on. And then I use my Real Techniques. This is just a concealer brush. I find this does such a nice job of blending it all in. And if you're like me, I have very dry under eyes. So the combination of the concealer plus that new Fenty eye cream with the primer, it just makes my under eye area just look so hydrated, and really I can't see really any of those, like the fine lines peeking through. So it's fantastic, and very minimal, like under here where you get the creasing, very minimal creasing with that concealer. So absolutely love it. And then I'm just going to throw on a little bit of powder, the Milani Prep Set and Glow powder. This was a find that I got from Kimberly. Actually, she is one of her favorite powders. So I decided I was going to pick it up and give it a try. But it really does give you like a very glowy look if you're into that. I know not everybody is into glowiness. So this is going to be my second spring favorite. And it is a new eyeshadow palette that I've shown you guys on the channel. And I couldn't help but not use this palette because it has some really beautiful spring colors, at least the spring to me. So it's the Stone Cold Fox ColourPop palette. Absolutely loving this palette, you guys. I've been using it so much, and well, you can kind of see it's getting a little bit loved here. So I think what I'll do is, when I look at this, I look at some of these shades over here that have some really pretty pinks, and over here as well. So I think I'm going to go and use some shades that I haven't used before. So for a transition shade, I think I'm going to start off with this one here. It's called Enigma. And it's that one right there. It's like a sandy, like a sand color. And I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. Right from the base all the way to my brow bone. And these shades are like, the formulation is just amazing from the ColourPop. They really are pigmented. I kind of move the brush in a kind of like a circular motion. And because I want to kind of keep this like pastel-y pinks and that sort of thing, I think the next shade I'm going to go in with is this one right here. It's called Gravity Hill. And it's that one right there. And it's just like a nice dusty rose color. And I'm going to apply that just on this outer part, kind of like the V area, and just work it slightly into my crease area. This was the palette that I ended up picking up from Kimberly's recommendation. It was one of those palettes that I wasn't sure of because it's more cool tone, like where I'm more like warm neutrals, but I absolutely love this palette. The color payoff is amazing. I'm just going to bring it about, I don't know, about a little over halfway. See how it just kind of deepened it up. It's very beautiful, beautiful color. And then once I have both sides done, I take just like a fluffy eyeshadow brush. So this is just the e.l.f. blender brush. And I just want to make sure that everything is blending all together and that there's no like harsh lines at all. And then I want to add some color to my actual lid. So I think I'm going to go in with this one here. It says it's called Play It Kohl. It's right down here. But can you kind of see on the camera, it has a little bit of shimmer to it. So that is really, really pretty. So let's try and see how that looks on the lids. So I'm just going to go in also with my Morphe. This is an M433 brush. And we're just going to put that right on the lid. That's really quite pretty. I can kind of see there's a little bit of shimmer, but it's not like over the top shimmer. It's actually giving me, I think, more of like a smoky eye kind of thing. And then I want to put a little bit of shimmer right in the center. Let's try this one on the corner here. It's called Mystery. So we'll try that one and see how that looks. I'm going to use my finger because I find the shimmers usually apply better with fingers. And I just want to put it right on the center. Oh, that's really pretty. That added a little bit of pop there. And then I'm just going to slightly blend it together. So the shimmer kind of stays there, but it's not like so drastic. And then to put a little bit of pop in the corners of my eyes, I'm going to go in with the very corner one here. It says So Fine, but it is like a pearlescent pink. Very, very beautiful. So I'll go in with that one. And I'm just going to brighten up this area here in the inner corner. Kind of helps with any darkness that you have. Just kind of makes them pop a little bit better. Okay, so for right now, I'm done with the eyeshadow. I'm going to tight line. I always like to tight line under my upper lash line. So I'm going in with my favorite. This is the L'Oreal Liner Signature eyeliner. And I have this one in the shade Noir Cashmere, I believe it's called. And I always just kind of run it along my upper lash line. I get right into the hairs. But I think it just gives my eyelashes a bit of fullness. And this is one of the best eyeliners really that I found for tight lining. Okay, so after I tight lined, I just went in with a liquid liner on the top. I went in with the Stila, the Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. And I had this in, I think it's just black. So I just quickly went through, did the top line, and then I also took some of the shades that I used on my eyeshadow. I just ran them underneath my lower lash line. I do prefer to have some sort of color under my eyes. I know that's all a preference. I know there's lots of people that don't usually like to even have anything under their eyes, but I just like, it just kind of frames my eyes, I think, a little bit better. Okay, so next we're going to go in with mascara. So today I'm using the Clinique High Impact Mascara, and I think that this is just black. This is just like a black shade, but I haven't quite decided if I'm going to wear false lashes today or not. We'll see how sometimes it just depends on how the whole eye look is going to go, so that dictates whether I'm going to put lashes on. And I just recently, so for about a week now, I've been using a new lash serum to see if my eyelashes will grow. And I think it's working, which makes me very happy because I have very short eyelashes and they've definitely over, I would say the last couple of years definitely have become more thinned out and not as full as they used to be. So that's why I wear false eyelashes a lot. But hopefully with this new serum, we'll see how that goes. I may do like an update video to see how, if it is gonna work. It says it takes about 4 weeks, so I'm only 1 week into it. And this mascara does such a nice job. It doesn't clump at all, and it does give my lashes some volume. But what I enjoy about it the most actually is it does a phenomenal job on my lower lash line. It's just amazing. Okay, so I ended up just throwing some lashes on, and then I filled in my bottom waterline. I always like to put some sort of color on my bottom waterline, more of like either like a creamy, like vanilla type of shades, and again, just brightens up that whole eye area. So I used my L'Oreal Infallible. This is the Longwear Eye Pencil, And this is just the shade, I believe, beige, but I like it because it's also waterproof, so it's not going to, like, that's going to last for several hours on my waterline. Next, I'm going to go in with just a little bit of bronzer just to kind of warm things up. So this is one I haven't used on my channel for quite some time. It's the Maybelline The City Bronzer, and I have this in the shade 200. But I really like this bronzer. I haven't, like I said, I haven't used it for quite some time, and just kind of gives a really nice glow to the complexion. And I usually just use like a light hand around my hairline and just a bit on my cheeks. And I take it like almost like in a 3 motion. So for my hairline, I go down on my cheek and then down on my jawline. All right, so now we're going to move on to my third favorite for spring, and it is a blush. So it's the Physicians Formula, the Butter Blush. Absolutely love this. This is one of my holy grail blushes, next to my Burt's Bees ones, but that's on another video. But look at this pretty color. It's called Vintage Rouge. I like how it's like they've combined a powder with a cream blush formulation. It is just like what it says, very buttery on the skin. I like this one especially because it doesn't settle all into, because I'm putting the blush usually in this area right here. It doesn't kind of creep up into my fine lines. Just gives a really luxurious look to the cheek area, and it smells just really nice. It's that all that Physicians Formula product, you know, like they all kind of have that like a bit of a coconutty smell to it, and it's just enough of a color for me. I don't usually go for like a big flush of color, but it just deposits enough color on my cheeks, and I kind of stipple it on right back into my hairline. And see how it's just kind of giving me like a nice rosy color right along that. It's just such a pretty formulation. Then my fourth favorite for a spring look is a new find for me, but I have been using it nonstop. It's the Buxom, the Wonderlust Glow Highlighter. Oh my goodness, you guys, it is so pretty. It is like the best highlighter. I don't know if you can kind of see right on my fingers there. It gives such a beautiful, subtle glow without looking like overpowering. And I'm just applying it right onto my cheekbone. Again, it's one of those formulations that it still looks really nice by the end of the night, and it hasn't crept up into my fine lines, especially because the highlighter you're putting closer up into your fine lines up here. But look at that. Isn't that just a beautiful, nice glow? I absolutely love this one. And I always run it down the bridge of my nose and along my Cupid's bow. And I'll put a little bit right above my brow bone. But it's not intense. It's just giving you a beautiful, just a nice glow for the day. So for my fifth and final selection of my favorite spring makeup, this was the toughest for me because I have a lot of products of lipsticks and varying types of lipsticks. I have liquid lipsticks, I have regular lipsticks like bullet ones. So I just brought a whole bunch into the room with me here, and we're gonna try and decide which one do I think is gonna look the best, because I wanted something like in the pink family, because I'm trying to do like a whole pink spring theme. So we'll see kind of which ones, and I have like a plethora of different ones here. So for a bullet lipstick, I have the Maybelline. This is in the shade Pink for Me, which again is like just a really nice, it's like a more of a deeper mauvey pink. So I have that one. Then I have the NYX. This is that new NYX, the Shine Loud. Really like this one as well. And that is just kind of like again, more of like a deep rose pink. Kind of gauging into more like the purple family. Then I have the Maybelline. This is the Superstay Ink Crayon. And this is a beautiful shade as well. Again, it literally is like a crayon. I really enjoy these ones because you don't even need a lip liner with these. It is so precise on your lips. So that is my third selection. And then fourth selection, I have this one, which is this is the Buxom. This is just a bullet lipstick as well. Full Force White Russian. And I haven't really even used this one yet, which again, it's like more of a peachy, nudie shade. Trying to look at my eyes. This is one of those things that sometimes I don't even know what lipstick I'm going to wear until I get my eyes done, because I think the eyes kind of address the whole area of your face and what's going to blend with each other. I think I may go with the White Russian because it looks really, really like that mauvey kind of pink. So let's first use my lip liner. This is my NYX. This is just like a regular pencil lip liner. And I have this in the shade Bed Rose. I've used it again lots on my channel. I need to sharpen it. So we'll see how much I can get done here. But that will, I think, coordinate with that White Russian. But when I use a like a bullet lipstick, I always try and make sure I line my lips. And that way it's not going to creep out into my fine lines around my lip area. Okay, so the lips are lined. So let's go in with this shade. Oh yeah, that looks really pretty. That's I think that really complements the eye look. That is a really pretty shade. So this is a completed look. I am really happy with how the whole thing turned out, and just to kind of recap some of the 5 favorites that I had. So the Age Perfect foundation, absolutely love this. I mean, hopefully you can see how much of a radiant glow it's giving me. Again, I don't usually use, when I use this foundation, I don't usually use a lot of powder to set it. I just like that natural glowiness coming through. So this definitely delivers on what they say about being radiant. So one of my top foundations. Absolutely love this one for the spring and summer. Next is my Stone Cold Fox palette. I'm in love with this palette. I'm so happy that I was able to purchase this. I just can't wait to use some more of these shades. Like some of these ones here, I can't wait to do like a smoky look. I think that would be fantastic. So I'll do definitely more videos with this palette, but it is such a beautiful springtime palette. Like I said, especially over here where you have those nice pinks and peach colors and the taupes. Just absolutely stunning palette. I love it. The formulation is amazing. I liked how it really made my eyes pop with that bit of like purple. Like I said, one of my favorite blushes. Love it in the summertime, in the springtime. It doesn't give you that really like too much of a color on your cheek. Just a nice little bit of a flush. And again, the very buttery, creamy formula on your cheeks doesn't leave my cheek drying, and it kind of gives me almost like a bit of a flawless look on my cheek. So, again, one of my favorite blushes. Loving this Buxom highlighter. One of the best highlighters I think I've ever had. And I'm a highlighter junkie, so it takes a lot for me to say that. So this is, I can't believe how well they've done the formulation on this. And I think, did I mention it's the White Russian? It's the White Russian. Yeah, I think I said Wonderlust Glow Hider. It's White Russian. That's the shade. And such a fabulous, fabulous highlighter. So when I've worn it in the past, like I said, it doesn't really creep up into my fine lines here and settle it in. And I have that with some of my older highlighters. It just kind of, as the day goes on and I start, you know, smiling, laughing, all that sort of stuff. And the highlighters tend to, by the end of the night, they're all just like such deep crevices that it's sunk into there. So one of those that just, it stays true. And then I'm loving, like I said, this was a first impression for this, and I know it's kind of a favorite one. My favorite was I wanted to have like a pink lipstick, so it was just trying to decide which one I wanted. And I'm loving, like, this is the White Russian version of the Buxom bullet lipstick. But I love the shade. Oh, it's so beautiful. I've never tried like a Buxom lipstick before. I've had their like their glosses, like the pumping glosses, that sort of thing. But this is the first time I've ever tried one of their bullet lipsticks, so I'm loving it. And it does have a little bit of a tingle. Even now, it's like a cooling effect. It's not so much like that. It's not so much like this, the Too Faced lip injection. That makes your lips like really tingle. This is just like a really cooling effect. So don't forget to watch all of my other fellow mature ladies. I'll have all of their videos linked down below. Please go check them out and tell them that Mel sent you. I can't wait to see what their 5 favorites are for spring. I know some of us has similar products and some of us might have some different ones, so it's going to be really exciting to see what products they have. So go check them out. And before you head out, I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of my little world here on YouTube. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell, and that way you're notified whenever I upload new videos. And you can also follow me over on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. I have all of those. Those are always down below in my description box. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!